like 3 weeks every other month. So I was there every Tuesday. I was there at Ricky. That's when my old band was thinking about signing with Good Music.
You probably definitely crossed paths because I used to work at Young and Reckless,
Dude.
with drama and all them. So
Ricky hooked me up with them. I got some clothes.
yeah.
I went to what party was that at? The party that what's that white DJ's name? DJ Ski.
Ski?
Yeah, I used to go to. He did some Super Bowl party. I was out there. What year was that? I think it was 2014 or 2015.
Yeah, 14.
So wait, you just said at one point you were possibly gonna sign to Good Music.
Yeah, I was talking to Ricky about it.
Okay.
But at the time, me and my band, we were just trying to figure out what our sound was and what they wanted from us, and then me and my band ended up splitting, and I just went solo.
Got it.
Yeah.
What year did you and the band split?
2015.
15?
2014, 2015. Then I just worked and.
Did you go back to Delaware?
Nashville.
You went back?
I was in Nashville at the time. I was just going back and forth between Nashville and LA.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Writing?
Taking meetings, surfing. Yeah.
Surfing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Surfing,
Surfing and skimboarding, bro. I'm better at skimboarding. Surfing, I'm not too good. I try, but I'm just not good at it.
What beach?
Man, we used to go to OC. And I skimboarded a lot out Santa Monica. That's where I was skimboard. I was skimboard for about an hour or two, go up to Bubba Gump Shrimp, eat, go back down and skimboard somewhere.
Bubba Gump.
Yeah, man, Bubba Gump, slap, bro.
Do you think was the music extremely different?
No, it was the same.
The same.
Cause that was my problem, man. But I wouldn't consider it a problem. It was just I was just waiting for the world to catch up. Mm-hmm. I was too pop for country, and I was too country for pop. And I was like, cause I moved to Nashville like 2007. So that was before Florida Georgia Line, before Sam Hunt, before Maren Morris, before Darius Rucker came over. He didn't come over to the country till 2008. So it was still pretty traditional. The only black artist in country really then was, you had Charlie Pride, you had Neil McCoy, you had Tony Anderson, but he was just, Tony Jackson. He was just really kind of doing the underground, like club level thing, whatever. And then when I got to LA, it was like, can't have you chewing tobacco in these music videos or doing this or the boots. And then it was too, so I was like, man, I thought about changing my sound, but I know me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're gonna be who you are. And like a lot of my stuff now is like, yes, pop influence, R&B influence, Christian influence, but it's still country. Yeah. You know, especially when it comes to the lyric. And if I do want to go super twangy, with the production, I can. So that's what I love about the freedom now, where the music is right now. Everybody's just appreciating music, and then we let the music listeners call it whatever they want to call it.
So you feel like it's caught up, like to that
yeah,
point.
Man.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you because I was listening to the new album. You got CeeLo and T-Pain on there and J-Lo. Like with the J-Lo record, I really love that record. How did that relationship happen?
Man, so my boy Brandon works somehow with her camp, and he reached out and said, hey, we want to do a remix version of the song she already had, On My Way, but we want to do it with a country artist. Are you down? I was like, of course I'm down, bro. Just send the record over. Sent it over, hopped in the studio the next day, knocked it out, and sent it back. And then they were trying to figure out what to do with it. I was like, well, I got an album coming out. Let's do that. So we put on the record, got it playlisted. Right now, trying to see what the next steps we want to do with it. But I would love to do something more with it. Release it as whether it's a single here in the U.S. or find a different country, whether it's the, UK thing or whether it's the Norway thing or, whether it's the Germany thing or even Asia. Just trying to find a place for it to really grow. Same thing with the CeeLo and T-Pain record. Yeah. I think that record slap. Pesos?
Yeah.
That's my jam, bro.
Yeah.
Did you have to send J-Lo a gift?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Even with the collaborations that you pick, is it based on the production or you already have in mind, like these are some people that I want to work with?
I got a list right now of 7 people that I have to work with. Have to. One of them was Elton John. And I remember I was like, man, I really, really, really need to work with Elton John.
Why?
A fan of his music, man. A fan of not only his music, but just where he came from. Pretty much nothing. what I'm saying, and built this legacy he has now, staying true to who he is, taking risks, whether it's musically, whether it's fashion-wise. And then a month later, I met my guy, Taylor. He was like, yo, my partner Phil actually knows one of Elton's closest friends. So we wrote the song called Beauty in the Bones, sent it to Elton. He liked it. He came to LA. He said, Elton will be here. Can you get to LA this time? So I walk in the studio, see Elton John sitting at this piano, with his back to the piano, just singing into this microphone lyrics I wrote. I was like, so we put the song out. It was on his new album that just came out called Beauty in the Bones. I'm still tripping over that. So like the other list of artists that I gotta do a song with, man, it's kind of the same thing, kind of pushing it forward. It's like Chris Brown's in there, Stevie Wonder's in there, Usher's in there, Beyonce's in there, Rihanna's in there, Celine Dion, Shania Twain, Shakira. Drew one with Britney Spears. Hopefully she start doing music again. Like, so there's this list of, Matchbox 20 was on there too. I'm good friends now with Rob Thomas and Kyle Cook. Me and Rob actually got a song together. John Batiste, me and him was in the studio in New York a little bit ago. About a couple weeks ago, working on some.
John's dope.
Working on some stuff. We got some cool stuff flying. Cause I met him at the Grammys, and then I hosted that ABC Soul of a Nation, and he was there and he was playing piano. And we just started vibing. I was like, yo, we need to get in the studio. So I went back to New York. I did Stephen Colbert, the Late Late Show. Okay. And
he's the like MD, right?
He's the music guy, yeah.
Okay.
So then the next day, me and him went in the studio, started one, finished one, started the second one. So now we're trying to map out the plans of like how we want to release it. And, we had this idea of, because I want to find an artist who I can do a full album with, just like you had the best of both worlds with R. Kelly and Jay-Z, then you had Watch the Throne with Jay-Z and Kanye. I want to partner with an artist and do a full record, like 10 to 12 songs, where the whole thing is just like collabs. Their style of music, my style of music, whatever style of music we create, and just create music and do a full record. Because it hasn't been done since Watch the Throne. And I'm like, why not? And I want to do it with someone that's not a country artist, something completely different. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You're a real music fan.
Oh yeah.
You're a fan of your craft.
Oh, for sure.
That's dope. What so you just said you want to do this collaborative project, but like let's be specific. Who is it? Like who is it like? Yeah, I really want it to be this person. I know it because I think you should manifest it.
Mm-hmm. Man, there's two people.
Okay.
That I really want to do a collaborative project with.
Okay.
Usher, Chris Brown.
There it is.
Full record.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, man. Full record, bro.
You and Usher would be crazy.
Dude, I'm telling
And
you.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, man.
You don't have to start roller skating, though.
Oh, I skate, bro. I actually skate. I actually roller skate. All nerds skate. If you bowl, you skate. That's just.
I mean, skating was the thing.
Skating is fire.
It's both on the hardwood, and if you skate and you bowl, you hoop.
And you
know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And then when you get a little older, you start golfing.
Yeah. Now I tried golf, Doc. It ain't for me. I'm bored by hole 2. Yeah. Like, I go through about 9 boxes of balls, just golfing 9 holes, because I don't want to go get any ball.
Yeah.
If I hit it once, it's done.
That's it.
And I crush it. I got a baseball swing, so 1 every 6 drives is on the green. But my longest drive on the green is like 310. My longest drive off the green, 338. But I baseball swing that thing. It's ugly, bro. I mean, I get down.
Crushing that thing.
Yo,
they got them contests on ESPN where it's just like the driving contest. Who can hit the ball the furthest.
What was the role that Adam Sandler played where he golfed?
Happy Gilmore.
And you out there with the Gilmore?
It's bad, bro. But I look good doing it, though. You know what I mean? I got the Jordan outfit, got the Jordan golf shoes.
Yes.
So that way everybody was like, well, Jimmy, you care about something? I said, I don't care about my golf game as long as I look good when people post pictures on the gram. I got the glove hanging out the back pocket.
The full kit.
Oh, listen, it's like that guy that rolled up on the basketball court with the wristbands and everything.
All that.
You know he trash. That's me. That's me on the golf course, bro.
The first time I golfed was actually during the pandemic, and I was over in Kauai for like a month. and I had just bought my clubs, and one of the homies actually was over in Kauai too, because his father stays there, and we went out. I think we went out on a public course the first time, and I was just, I mean, I don't know, I love it. I love the fact that it's so like it's about repetition, right? So, and being disciplined and totally being engaged at all times. Because the moment that you aren't, or that you breathe wrong, the ball's going all over the place and everything. So it's sort of like life, you know what I mean? Like the focus really has to be there. The follow through has to be there, right? Like you're not supposed to watch the ball, like try to see where the ball goes. You're just supposed to keep your head down and drive through.
Yeah, you gotta trust the work you put in. You know
Trust. Yeah.
And that's what I do.
Another
like,
thing in life.
Same thing with like life and like the music and stuff. Like people ask me, like I did an interview last week and like a month or so ago, and they were like, "So Jimmie, are you like, when you look and see like you're on the cover of Billboard and Grammy nomination, CMA win, and they name all these things, and they're like, are you surprised?" I was like, no, I'm not. Am I thankful? Absolutely. Filled with gratitude? Absolutely. But I've worked for this. This is the work I put the work in. Like, who puts work in to fail? Nobody. You know what I mean? We set these goals. We put the work in to succeed. So when it comes, we shouldn't be surprised. Yeah. We should be like, this is what I've prepared for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think people get to that. But I think what separates people is some people get a little taste of it and they let their foot off the gas.
Yeah, nah, ain't no such thing over here.
Complacency is crazy.
My mom was a nurse. My dad was a Marine. You know what I mean? So as far as when it comes to like being disciplined, being focused, my dad told me at a young age, he said, listen, when you get an advantage, you know, take the foot off your neck, you break the neck. And that's what I'm trying to do. And not even just for me, for selfish reasons, but when I think about building an empire, not just thinking about me and my family, I'm thinking about the families that can benefit from what I create. You know what I mean? The jobs I can create. I've watched my crew on the road go from 4 people to like 15 people. You know what I mean? So now we have like, you know, we're able to help husband provide for the wives and provide for the kids. And same thing with my management, how that grew, you know. And just trying to find ways to expand the brand. Like I talk to a lot of country artists about that because there's not all, but there's some country artists I've talked to and I'll ask them like, man, what's your plan? Man, I just want to have a hit on the radio and tour. I was like, that's it? That's all you want? I said, okay. I said, but look at it this way. Everything is marketing when you're an artist to get people to come to your show and buy merch. So that means radio is one avenue. Excuse me, you got streaming, you got television. Because like I've only had 3 number ones, but there's this one guy in country I was talking to last week. I said, man, Jimmie, you're killing it, man. You got all these number ones. I said, bro, you got more number ones than I do. He said, really? He said, it feels like you have so much more. I said, you know what the trick's been for me? Television. The best thing I did was hire a publicist out of LA. And they, between them, UTA, and my management, man, they've been, you know, really great at placing me in areas to where I can be successful and to where I can show different parts of me. So whether it's me being a mentor in American Idol, right? Whether it's Dance with the Stars, whether it's Family Feud, whether it's Wayne Brady's show, whether it's Nick Cannon's talk show, whether it's Wildin' Out. Like I did all those shows, different formats, because I'm like, yeah, I sing country music, right? But there's so many people that don't listen to country music but might be a fan of my music. So how do I reach those people? Oh, I gotta take who I am and place myself where they are. You know what I'm saying?
Meet people where they are.
Exactly. And then, you know, oh, who's this Jimmie Allen guy? I have so many fans now that come to shows that don't listen to country music, but they rock with Jimmie Allen's music because they saw me, whether it was Wildin' Out or like Dance with the Stars or whatever. Because like my concerts, bro, it's the
experience.
It's crazy. Like when I look in the audience, see the different type of people out there. Like you'll see a cowboy standing next to a dude with dreads, right? Standing next to a Spanish lady, standing next to an Asian guy, standing there. Like it's, when people ask me what my demographic is, I say people. People's my demographic. Then you'll have the age range from 6. That's why I hate playing casinos sometimes because it cuts off my fan base. I'm like, you gotta be 21 to get in. Well, what about my fans that are 19 or 6 or 10 or whatever? Like there's this guy named John. He lives in Virginia and He has this young daughter. She's like 10, I think. And he drives her around to all my concerts on the East Coast, from Virginia to Florida, up to New Jersey, up to New York. Like, and they pay for tickets, bro. Like, I tried to give him some free tickets one time. He was like, nah. But I was like, but there was one shot, I forced him to take them. Look, man, you didn't spend all this money here, all this merch, and you're supporting your daughter's love for my music, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Then there was one show, I was in Alabama, and during sound check, I see people set up some balloons and stuff. I was like, what's going on over there? So after the show, my tour manager says, hey, I know the meet and greet's done, but somebody really want to meet you. So I said, all right, who is it? Just bring him back. There's this girl was like, hey, my great-grandmother wanted to celebrate her 92nd birthday at your concert. I was like, huh? 92nd? I was like, she's a white lady born and raised in Alabama? She's like, yeah. And to me, that's why I was like, dang it, bro. Like, you got this white lady, 92 years old, from Alabama. They wanted to celebrate her birthday at a black dude's concert, bro.
Breaking barriers.
That's why I always tell people, like, yeah, there's racism, there's prejudice, there's stereotypes, whatever. I don't focus on that, bro. Because you focus on that, that's where all your energy goes. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'd rather focus on what I do well and the people that are gonna support me, not.
Because you can't make the people
Exactly, bro.
that aren't going to support you anyway.
Exactly.
So you just like, you know what I mean?
That's why I don't get caught up in, you know, like everybody's like, I have people ask me like, so do you think country music's racist? Do you think this and that? I said, here's my thing on that, bro. Do I think country music, the genre of music, is racist? No, it's impossible for a guitar to be racist. Is there racist people in country? Yeah. Is there racist people in hip hop? Yeah. Is there racist people in Christian music? Yeah. But I said, why would I focus on that? They said, well, does it bother you? Like, I'll see some artists like go out of their way to like post about how a comment made them upset. They're like, Jimmy, does it bother you? I said, real talk, man, I am rich, okay? You think I'm gonna let the opinion of some broke person in the middle of nowhere with no teeth typing at me from a trailer bother me?
Yeah.
Say, oh, you black guy in country music. Yes, I am. Okay. No, man. I feel like we give sometimes people too much power over our life, bro. Like somebody's little cheesy comment on my post don't affect
With
me
no
one
teeth.
bit. With no, that's what I'm saying.
I want to talk about without the teeth.
That's how I look at it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I try to tell my homie that, man, because he got so upset because somebody commented on his Facebook and said, oh, you don't need to be doing country music. You need to go back to Africa. And he was like really mad. I was like, bro, why you mad? Let's run down the facts. I said, you ever been to Africa? he said, no. I said, okay. Do you know who this person is? He said, no. I said, do you even value what they say? He said, no. I said, you did value it because you let what they said bother your day. Don't, bro. I said, you know what that means? When you got people you never heard of from places you've never been going out of their way that don't even follow you to say something to make you feel, you know what that means? You doing something.
Yeah, because they're taking their time out of their day to try to rile you up.
Yeah. Now, every now and then I do clap back, though. I get on there and roast
it's
people.
funny to
There's this
get on
one
there.
dude I roasted. I roasted this dude for 3 days straight because he kept commenting on my thing. I said, bro, you want to be famous? I got you. I said, you messed up. Your Instagram public. Boy, I screenshotted like 3 things and I roasted him for like 4 days straight on my Insta story. I said, is this what you want, player? Is this what you gonna get? It was fun though, man.
That's hilarious. You were talking about BET earlier, and I know you did some stuff with them last year, and you were talking about like the BET. Like, we had a conversation with Jason Lee about how black artists a lot of times don't support black outlets, but also too it goes vice versa, right? Because there's black outlets who don't support a lot of black artists.
Look what's going on with Lil Nas X.
Yeah,
BET.
you know what I mean? Where do you think like somebody like a BET, you know, who probably has the loudest megaphone of all the black outlets can get better at supporting other genres outside of like hip hop and R&B?
We follow what BT stands for. Black Entertainment Television. Black Entertainment Television is not genre-based. It's culture-based. You know what I'm saying? It's family-based. That's why someone asked me, they said, Jimmy, how come you really go out of your way to make sure BET supports you, but you don't do the same for other outlets? I said, because BET is a place where I'm supposed to feel welcome. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If no other outlets ever support me, BET is a place where I should always be able to guarantee it, man. And it's been great to see the slow shift that's happening. And yeah, it's important, man, because we tell our kids all the time we can be whatever, they can do whatever. We name all these things they can do, but the outlet shows one or two things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's up to us to educate, to expand the horizons, to expand the vision, give different vantage points of life and different careers. So where you can, you could be a doctor, you could be a rapper, you could be a ball player, you could be a bowler, you know what I'm saying? You could be a lawyer, you could be a custodian. Whatever you do, be the best. But you can also be a country singer. You could be a rock singer. You can do Christian music that isn't gospel. You could do CCM like Michael Tate from the Newsboys, Torrin Wells, Anthony Evans. You know what I'm saying? It's so many. You know, it's a place where I would love to see my boy LaJean Witherspoon, the lead singer of Seven Dust. You know what I mean? Darius Rucker, myself, you know, Kane Brown, Brittany Spencer. Like so many black artists doing things that are outside of hip hop. Yeah, we love hip hop too. Don't get it twisted. I love hip hop. I love R&B. But it's a place where I feel like we should all be able to take everything that we do differently in the BET Awards, any BET function, any BET thing. It's where we should feel like we belong. Like I purposely went to the Soul Train Awards a couple years ago. So Tisha Campbell reached out to me and invited me. I went to the Soul Train Awards, actually right here in Vegas at the Orleans or whatever, when she was hosting it the first year. Went there, met Kid and Play, met Tyson. I met Stevie J and Faith, met Erykah Badu.
They're gonna have to move the BET Awards from New Orleans though for me to go.
Oh, the Soul Train Awards just gotta go to New Orleans. Though.
It's gotta go.
Yeah, the Orleans is not the move.
That's not
the move.
Sorry.
Yeah, they need to go and tear that casino down.
I think
Real talk. I was talking about that earlier.
Like for real.
I did a bowling tournament there. That is not the spot.
Not it.
That ain't it.
They're gonna be mad at us, man.
I can't help them.
Okay.
That's not my problem. I didn't tell them not to take care of their facility.
But I think
that's on them.
The dope thing is like instead of you like you know, because we see it like people, you know, I even Lil Nas X, like I get his frustration, but you don't know what you don't know. There's probably people sitting in that office that don't really understand
what you do,
or even the culture of country music and the lineage that we have in that.
And it's my job to educate them and annoy them until they give us space. Because that's what I don't mind doing it, man. Like I feel like in order for things to not change but expand, evolve. It takes someone being willing to be vocal. And when it comes to black artists and country music, I don't mind being vocal. I'm overly vocal. I purposely tweeted something a couple years ago to like kind of piss people off but get the attention of BET. And it wasn't, and I never once abandoned BET, so I'm not watching it. I was just pissed off that my music videos wasn't supported on the website or my releases wasn't supported on the website. It wasn't about the channel, because I know a lot of times I don't really play music videos no more. It was just about the outlet in general, whether it's channel, whether it's social media. But it's been great. They've been supporting me. Now the next thing I want to see is I would love to see some genres, different genres added to the category. CCM, country, rock, you know what I mean? Any genre of music out there, folk. You know what I mean? Black folk bands, we got, dog, a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if we say we are for our culture, for our people, show me.
It has to be everything.
You know what I'm saying? Show me. Like, it sound good.
Yeah.
It will sound good when we talk about it. But
And
show
you
me.
can't wait to advocate until something is already at a certain tier, you know what I mean? As it's building. I don't care if someone's fencing. If they look like us, support the shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Fencing,
yeah, man.
whatever it is. And that's the thing is like, we also, we have to do a lot more, research because actually we were already sitting in these places.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Country music, like Charlie Pride was the biggest artist
Cleve
of the
Francis
time.
from Maryland area, who used to be a doctor, became a country artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He did his thing, you know.
Like Charlie Pride was huge.
Charlie Pride's the guy, bro.
Yeah.
Like the guy.
RCA Victor guy.
Yes, bro.
You know what I'm
like,
saying? So
legend. Like,
Yeah.
I got to the coolest moment of my life I don't think will ever be replaced. is I got to do 2 moments. I got to do a song on my collaboration album I did, Betty James Gold Edition. Me, Darius Rucker, and Charlie Pride did a song together called Why Things Happen.
Wow.
And then I got to perform, I got to give Charlie Pride the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award on the CMA, and I got to perform Kiss an Angel, Good Morning with him. Like, it don't get no better than that, dude. For me, I was like a Jew performing with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? It don't get no better than that, man.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I would legit get frustrated because I care. You know, I would watch BET and I would see, you know, support our people. And then when the Black Lives Matter movement happened, Black Lives Matter, everything that black people do matter. And I'm sitting back like, does it?
Or just the things that
does it?
And that's the thing. Everybody has an agenda, and also everyone is.
But I ain't giving up on.
I don't want to say an agenda. Everyone is sort of predisposed, right? So your disposition, where you came from, obviously informs how you see everything, right? So if you are from, I don't know, I don't want to say any place specific because I don't want to say that there aren't people who aren't interested in different things from different places, but it informs how we see things, and because of that, a lot of times our perspective is skewed, right? And so the skewed perspective, it doesn't allow us to grow. It doesn't allow us to see the
crazy thing about that skewed perspective, I was talking to this guy. I was like, and he's a black guy. I was like, I said, think about it for a second. When you think black music, I said, you think hip hop, you think R&B. He said, yeah. I said, you know why you don't think country? You know why you don't think rock? He said, why? I said, because you have been systematically programmed to thinking you're black, this is your lane, you stay.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, get out of that, bro.
Exactly.
I said, you've allowed yourself to be a prisoner and stay a prisoner by not educating yourself on music.
Like, you don't know Fishbone?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You don't know Fishbone? You don't know, like, one of the greatest front men ever, you know what I mean? You don't know about Slash.
Yeah.
Like, people don't, Slash.
Yeah. People didn't know Slash was black.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Forever, you know what I'm saying? And then one of my homies, like mentor, Marshall Goodman, he was in Sublime and Long Beach Double All-Stars. DJ percussionist actually was the one playing because Bud couldn't drum to a click. So Marshall was the one really playing on those records, and he was producing the records. So, you know, we've always been in these spaces, right? And that's the thing, like you said, we're under this impression that, oh, we're just getting here. This is new frontier for us. No, it's not. We've always been sitting in these places.
But even in hip hop, like you see it now, it's like the younger artists, like the older artists beef with the younger artists, and the younger artists are like, oh, old head, be quiet. But it's all it is a lack of, like, you didn't have no uncles that listened to that.
Exactly.
You didn't have, like, for me, like my sister and my uncles, like my sister growing up, she listened to rock. She listened to The Police and U2 and Led Zeppelin and all those things. So I had that coming from it. Then my uncles were listening to NWA and then my mom and then we're listening to, and that's the beauty of it, right? That's just the beauty of, like, humans in general, is like to take experiences from each other and learn from each other, because we all play on a similar ground. If you really sit next to somebody, even somebody that may be, they could be a supremacist, they could be a Black Panther, they could be somebody, if you talk to somebody long enough, you will find commonalities. And
that's what you have to find.
And you have to
We are at that point.
Yeah.
That's all genres of music is, bro.
Yeah.
Genre music is a language. When you strip back the production between country, hip hop, R&B, rock, most of the time we're saying the same thing. We're talking about where we're from, talk about love, talk about heartbreak, talk about breakup.
Struggle.
Struggle. All the genre is the production, is the musicality that grabs the attention of said listener, right? So if you're a hip hop fan and you like the big drums or whatever, that grabs you, the beat gets you to listen to the same thing in hip hop that I'm saying. If you like rock, it's the heavy guitars that grab your attention. You know know what I'm saying? So when you strip back everything and you actually write a lot of these lyrics on paper and you look at the overall message, overall meaning, you'll find it's the same.
For 100 years.
Yep. You'll find the same thing, especially with hip hop and country. If you look at hip hop and country, real talk, it's pretty much a lot of it's worship music to a way of life that you've lived, live, or want to get out of. You know what I'm saying? Like how many songs, there's no difference in me singing a song talking about working a 9 to 5, driving the truck. I don't work 9 to 5s no more. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these hip hop artists talk about they don't do that no more, but their music is for the people still in it.
Yeah.
The music is for the people that still live in that lifestyle to stay motivated, to work for ways to be better, to work for ways to come up and come out. You know what I'm saying? That's why hip hop and country is so similar.
Speaking of inspiration, the new album.
Yeah.
Tulip Drive.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
Hey.
Talk to us about it.
Man, Tulip Drive, man. That's I named it after the street my grandma lived on in Delaware.
That's right.
And
Delaware.
yeah, 302.
Home of the scrapple.
Yes, sir.
Home
of the scrapple.
And Wawa.
And
Why you
Wawa.
at it?
Rule
Wawa's why you at it? You know what I mean?
It's the first album. So this is my third album.
Scroll up. The Scrapple thing.
Scrapple slap, bro.
I gotta get some.
Scrapple slap.
It's so good, bro.
Tell him.
You need to get on it, bro.
I might try to make a move out to.
It'll change your life, bro. When you come on outside, it change that.
Put it on some toast, little egg.
Yeah, you can put syrup on it.
Yeah, you can do
you want to
however
eat it.
It's all good.
That sound like
That's
a
what it's
party
for.
foul.
A fiesta. The scrapple is a fiesta.
Yeah.
It's good, bro. We used to have
Salud.
got this festival called
Salud,
Apple
salud,
Scrapple
salud.
Festival.
Kings.
Yeah, dog. But yeah, it's the first album where every song on there that I wrote or didn't write is from a specific moment in my life.
Okay.
And when I found the songs that I didn't write, I only picked songs that tied in directly. And there was even some writers I had go back and change a few lyrics to make it fit specifically.
Okay.
Everything from, so I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder when I was 13.
We're gonna talk about
Yeah,
that
there's
too.
a song on there called Settle On Back. So when my dad was alive, he was the person, whenever I was having my moments where I was just nutty, he could pull me back by talking to me or taking me somewhere. So since he's passed, I got back on medication for a little bit, and I didn't. And recently, it's going home to Delaware and fishing, hanging out with people that knew me when I
Yo,
was.
can me and you go to Strawberry Landing?
But I'm down, bro.
Don't play with me.
I'm serious.
We going to Strawberry Landing.
I'm down.
And we crabbing.
We got a crab.
We got a crab.
I'm down. Listen,
gotta take him
We gotta
crab.
take
I've
him
never
crab.
been fishing.
Oh, bro. Oh, I'm gonna change your life, Doc. It's the best thing, man. The
So
best
that's your
thing in the
muse
world.
when you need to reset.
Yeah, man.
That's
I
that
get to go
5
home.
a.m.
Yeah, man.
in the little marshland.
Yes,
we used
sir.
to go in Dover.
Out there in the
You know
the
what I'm
canal.
talking-
Yes, sir,
Yeah,
I know what that
yeah.
is. Dude, it's the best, man. And for me, that's what does it. I get to go home. So I switched my name, Jimmie, with an I-E after my grandma died, because she spelled Betty with an I-E. So for her. But before that, I spelled Jimmie with a Y. So I go home and hang out with people that knew me when I was Jimmie with a Y. You know what I mean? When I go home, I get to be me, bro. I wear the same jeans every day, all day for the 6 days I'm home. They got fishing bait guts all over them, fish all over them. Wear boat fishing shoes, my extra tufts. Fish all day and go to Moose Lodge at night and just kick it, play spades with my cousin. Only place you can get drunk and fool for $8.75. Moose Lodge is a spot, bro.
Moose Lodge, we go.
Now, I don't know Moose Lodge.
I gotta put you on the Moose Lodge.
Where?
bro.
So is that in Milton?
Now the Moose Lodge is like between Lewis and it's kind of Milton outskirts between Lewis and Georgetown.
So I was born in Lewis Hospital.
Oh yeah, BB.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And then my dad is from Berlin.
okay, y'all know that.
And my mom is from Frankfurt.
Mhm.
So
My
just to
wife's
give
aunt
you-
lives in Berlin.
just to give you perspective, like Berlin is like, okay, so if we're in Frankfurt, we're in Frankfurt, all three of us right now, no joke. Berlin is like right outside that door.
Right outside the
And
factory.
that's Maryland.
Yep.
And it's a whole, like, somebody is dry on Sundays. Or was.
It might still be.
Like, right?
Yeah, it might still be.
Yeah, I would guess Delaware.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody's dry on Sundays. They don't.
Oh, we
drink.
liquored up.
So then it's Maryland.
Yeah,
it's in Berlin or something.
we liquored up.
But no, go ahead and finish.
But yeah, so that's what that song's about. Then, you know, I got this song called "Get Your Girls" based off this saying my Uncle Paul used to say. My Uncle Paul is this country dude, bro. Like I tell people, the term redneck isn't about being white, having a redneck from the sun. He drives this like box. He's got money though. Here's the thing, he got money, but he drives this box truck imagine an old U-Haul truck with the words ripped off of it, nothing in the back. He wears like shoes with a hole in it. He got money to get his teeth fixed, but he just won't do it. He's small town, but he used to always say this saying, talk about get your girl, man. Like if we go fishing, I was like, I ain't catching it. He said, you know what you need? Like what? Nigga, get your girl. That's how he thought, nigga, get your girl, Jim. Like what's that got to do with anything?
Sound like
swamp talk, bro. Like my dad used to talk like that. Like, hey, what say that, Jim? Man, that boy, come on in around there, sit down there, I can't call it. You know what I mean?
I can't call it.
That's what they said, dude. Any old black man in Delaware, you ask him, hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? I can't call it. Like,
Whole conversation.
That's how it is, bro. So that's what Get Your Girls about. Then you got Down Home, the song, my single right now that I wrote about my dad. You got a song called Kissing You. And everything is from like specific moments, like different girls I've met through like freshman year of high school and freshman year of college. Whether they were just friends, whether we dated, ideas I had about one day being a father, one day about like how I used to think about how relationships would be when I get older. Like there's this one girl that I wrote Kissing on You about, like she was a girl like no matter where we went, people just wanted to be around her. Girls, guys, whatever. And for me, Kissing You pretty much stands for getting your attention. So the song talks about kissing on you is cooler to sing than getting your attention. But that's what Kissing You represents. And just the whole album, top to bottom. Then the last song on the record, it's a song called You Won't Be Alone. I wrote about my son. But it's the way I was thinking about kind of what type of dad I wanted to be.
To your son.
Years ago, yeah. And I actually got him featured on the record. He talks in the beginning and says, Dad, I love you. He's 8 now, but I voice recorded it when he was like 5. So he sounded like hella young. But that's just what that's about, meaning like no matter what you go through in life, I'll be there. Like even
how many kids total?
3. Yeah.
Different relationships?
Yeah, so I have 2 with my wife and then 1 from before. So my son's 8.
Is he in Delaware?
He's in Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah, his mom's in Nashville.
Okay.
And then we got my 2-year-old with my wife, and then Zara, I think she's 8 months, 9 months. She'll be a year in October. So whatever that math is.
So y'all are all in Nashville.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
What's the quote? What's the one? What song is Breaking Habits is Hard?
Oh, Habits and Hearts. Man, that song, man, shout out to my boy Steve McMorrin, man. The first time I heard that song, I was like, because there's a time where, me and my dad's relationship wasn't the best for a little bit because he had this little addiction for a while.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And kind of seeing how it affected him, his relationship with my mom, his relationship with me and my siblings. That's what that song's about. But the best thing ever, man, is when you have a parent that's there, then they're no longer there because of drugs and alcohol, and then they come back. You know what I'm saying? So like, we ended up having the best relationship, man. He got clean years ago. That's what Habits of Heart's about, man. That song.
I could feel when I was listening to it, I could tell.
Did that song in one take. It's a one-take song, man. I didn't want to like redo it. Actually, I hate recording. Like I love writing, I love producing, I love performing. I hate recording because it's typically over and over and over and over again. So all my vocals, bro, on my records, twice max, bro. I go through the whole song one time, top to bottom. Then I take another stab. I do the first verse, break, second verse, break, chorus 2 or 3 times, stack them. I'm done. I don't want to be in there longer. And I record like I perform. So I don't perform until 9 p.m. So I don't record till after 7 p.m. And I got my whiskey with me. So the same way I perform on stage is the same way I record because that's what you feel. And there was even a couple songs where I had people in the studio, like fans, to where I was like performing to them because live you get one take.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's kind of the same mentality I want to take in the booth. You know what I mean?
I want to go back to something the relationship with your father.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a pretty tough relationship with my father. Like, you know, he wasn't. He did the best he could with the tools that he had. Right. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
And so, how were you able to find forgiveness for your father? Like, for you said, you know, the addiction, and then it changed, and then at the end, you guys had this amazing relationship these last years, obviously. Until how do you find the forgiveness?
Man,
the empathy, right?
Yeah, and just understanding that we all make mistakes, man. Mm-hmm. We all have things we all have vices, man.
Okay.
That control us to the point where nothing else matters. Mm-hmm. And I think what helped me was having my dad in my life for a long time when I was a kid till I hit a certain age. And then, you know, a couple middle school years, high school years when he had his addiction, like, you know, we could say we don't care, but every kid still wants their dad, bro.
Yeah, even now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You in your 40s and I still want him to feel like, you know, I'm doing well and am I okay? I'm still looking for that.
And I think that's what
validation.
Took it there for me, like knowing I still wanted my dad. And once I saw him make a change, and we had this long conversation, bro. Like, there was yelling, there was cussing, there was me throwing shit. It was wild.
Okay.
But we got it all out, and I had the choice to make. Do I want my dad in my life, or do I not?
Simple.
And I realized I did. And what I've learned is, or what I've gotten is, we have to love people for who they are, not who we want them to be.
Yeah.
So the first thing I had to do is understand who my dad was, right? The addictions.
You might have to stop this.
You know what I mean? The addictions he fought through to get back to where he is, to where he was before he died.
That's the realest thing. The amount of time we spend
trying to make somebody be what they
in the image you want them to be.
That's the realest. When somebody told me that one time,
wow,
that was I heard that saying when I was 17, 18, and somebody was like, "You have to love people for who they are, not who you want them to be." And then I look at my life, right? All the friends I have that love me for me, you know, in the midst, I'm like all over the place. My brain stay going places. I'm late all the time, but when I show up, I'm there. You know what I mean? And my friends never gave up on me, even though I have some friends that are very punctual. You know, we say we're gonna meet at 7, them jokers at 6:58. I'm like, okay, you ain't got no life. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they never once tried to change me.
Yeah.
And I never once tried to change them. Man, that saying, well, when I heard that the first time, I was like, wow. Because think about it. When you love someone, it's supposed to be unconditional. And when you say you love them, you have to love them. And that means all of them.
Yeah.
Word love doesn't mean I love you if you change to this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, when you love someone, you accept them for who they are, their strengths, and their weaknesses.
Now, with that said, that doesn't mean that you have to accommodate certain behaviors.
No, you don't have to accommodate certain
But at the same time, you gotta find empathy.
Yeah.
And you gotta just say, look, I love you for where you are.
Yep.
And
you make sure where they are is lined up with where you are too. That's
healthy.
The thing.
It's gotta be healthy.
You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be healthy.
It's gotta be healthy.
Because you can love somebody from a distance. Now.
For sure.
You know,
it's hard though, man.
I got a couple family members I love to death. But you good there, I'm good here.
Yeah.
Especially when you know you love them, but their actions could sometimes have you in some situations you don't need to be
detrimental.
in. You know what I'm saying? Now you got some people that are just knuckleheads that they don't get in too much trouble. Like I got some family members like that. Like I hang out with them all the time. I love them, but I know they're gonna do something dumb, but it don't affect me.
Yo, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna hold you to this. We gonna have a fish fry in Delaware.
I'm down.
We gonna pick a matter of fact, I'm gonna call my aunt. We might have to call her before we end this episode. And we're gonna have it at her house in Frankfort, Delaware. She got a huge plot of land.
And I'm gonna invite y'all to my cousin's house too the day after Betty Fest.
Let's do it.
Big cookout.
Let's do it.
I can't call it.
No, Wawa.
You can't call it that. Oh, Wawa gonna change your life, bro.
Wawa's a change your life.
All right.
No, for real.
McDonald's so lit. We want only a few McDonald's still serve steak bagels, bro.
Steak bagels?
You never had steak bagels
back in the day.
Most time they back in Delaware, dog. What?
Listen, but the Wawas every time. So I either fly into Philly or I fly into Baltimore.
Yeah.
All right, for like myself and other people, what is Wawa's?
Put it this way. Everybody talks about
7-Eleven on steroids.
Yeah, people talk about their sheets and all this other stuff, but it's a gas station
With
that
the
serves
greatest
food,
subs.
the greatest subs. Put it this
Ever.
way, boy, we used to lead a club with a bar down in Dewey, swing by Wawa, everybody at Wawa hanging out. I can lead a bar, go to Wawa, get me some strawberry milk. Wawa got their own brand and juices. I get me a sub. And give me some donuts and a sleeve of Grizzly Winter Green. Call it a night. Whatever you need, boy.
And you gotta get the tasty cakes and the sub.
Oh, yes.
You
You gotta have that
tasty
sweet
cakes.
sorry.
Got it, right?
Man, I can't wait to go there. How many days I got to go there, dog?
So,
And the Old Bay chips.
Oh. You ever had whole crabs?
yes.
Okay.
We gotta do the
But you
crab.
learning.
But you gotta do the crab thing with us where
You learn.
they gonna break it out on the newspaper. It's gonna be soaked in Old Bay, then they're gonna break it out on the
Over
newspaper.
football season's coming. What the Eagles doing this year?
Oh yeah, let's talk about y'all. Listen, yesterday, I'm gonna be honest. So I heard, I was watching ESPN as I do every day.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really the only thing I consistently watch
Yeah.
on ESPN. And what's his name? Jimmie, the dude that's the reporter for Philadelphia. He's been
I know
there. You know who I'm talking
Yeah.
about, the Italian dude. And he was saying, yo, they're gonna win the NFC East.
I think so.
Hey, AJ Brown, right? Got AJ Brown from the Tennessee Titans, the second-year receiver who won the Heisman out of Alabama, Smitty, right?
Still got Sanders.
Yeah, and then Jalen they say Jalen's looking like came into camp, really chiseled
go.
up. You know what I mean?
Because that was my only thing with Jalen. You have some quarterbacks that are just so athletic. Instead of dropping back in the pocket and being patient, they rely on their athletic ability too much. Because that's why last season I didn't mind when Minshew came in. Because since Minshew wasn't as athletic, he had nothing. He had nowhere to go except for dropping the pocket
And making the throw.
give rid of the ball. And I love when he came in last season, but I don't want him to be the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want Jalen Hurts to be the guy. So to me, man, hopefully I would love to see Jalen do well, man. I was hoping that he
Who's
could.
the coach?
I don't even know.
Okay, because I don't know either.
It's who is the coach this year?
They got rid of. He's probably been gone for a while.
Is that the dude from the Colts that came in still?
No, Peterson is gone.
It's the dude from the Colts. Sneedy got an interesting name. I can tell you right now, it's the Colts' old assistant coach.
Yeah, I don't know who it
All
is.
Colts.
I was hoping that Jalen would spend half the offseason working with Mike Vick and then Dan Marino. Dan Marino, to me, in my opinion, bro, one of the best quarterbacks ever that never won a Super Bowl that I think gets overlooked a lot.
Top 5 quarterback?
Marino's top 5, bro. I'd go Joe Montana,
Okay.
Tom Brady.
Okay. Whoa, wait. Listen to what he just said.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, I'm okay with I'm just
I'd go Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, Steve Young, Warren Moon.
Whoa. You left some people off
I know.
the list.
I know I did. I did just not my top 5.
What's your?
What you got?
No, it's not even. It's just I would just.
Who would you put? Like who is?
Wow. So number one for me, I'm right with him. But it's like 1 and 1A. The Montana Brady thing.
Yeah.
Montana, like, I get Brady now with the 7 rings and all of that. I totally get it.
Montana's a problem, bro.
But Joe, if you had the opportunity to witness that, it was scary. Like scary. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you weren't calm until the time ran off the clock. It was a scary thing, you know what I mean? And then to have the 2 people that he had on the outside, John Taylor and obviously the greatest wide receiver of all time, arguably Jerry Rice. Yeah, Jerry Rice. It was scary. But so Montana, Brady,
I love Warren in there. I love Warren.
That's a great thing, but like, is it Montana, Brady, then shit.
See, I can't put people in that I like. I can't put like Terry Brett, those because I didn't watch that.
Yeah. And I even tried to go back and watch the film. That's why, like, no offense to Bill Russell, but Bill Russell's not even in my top 10.
Because I can't.
And also, look who Bill Russell played against, bro. Bill Russell was playing against 5-foot white dudes, dog. Like,
it was.
That's not even like. You know what I'm saying? Like Bill Russell. Like, no offense to Bill Russell, dog.
This is sacrilegious.
You can take Kwame Brown and put Kwame Brown back there. He done won 6 rings, bro. Yeah. What are we talking about?
1000%.
Like, no offense to Bill Russell,
now,
dog.
Kwame gonna
Like,
want to fight
I'm serious. Like, I love Bill Russell.
Kwame gonna want to fight
But
us.
when people put Bill Russell in the top 10 ever, I also like to look at who they played against.
Yeah, the level.
It's got to be the level of competition you play. Come on, dog.
Now
Michael Jordan had 30 rings.
So listen. So now, speaking of all of that, right?
Peyton Manning.
No. But I'm gonna get back to it. No, listen. I'm gonna finish the quarterback.
Yeah. So you said 1A, 1B, Joe Tom. We got John Elway in there.
I'm putting Peyton in mine.
Peyton Manning.
I gotta give it, and I'm not a Peyton guy. I'm not a Tennessee Val guy. It's nothing like that. But when a dude,
solid, bro.
But when a dude, his last year in Denver, when you saw that he had a neck issue and could not throw the ball, and was literally beating people with the way he called the game at the line.
Yeah, his IQ was crazy.
His IQ was crazy. So I got to put him in there. Fuck.
You a Brett Favre fan?
I'm not. I can't. I think it's. I'm sorry, overrated. Super, in my opinion, just a gunslinger. I get it.
Yeah.
He won, but just not like I get it.
Rodgers.
Like, Aaron Rodgers is a fucking problem.
He's a beast.
He's a problem. Like, you can't act like he's not.
I'm a Bears fan, and I still have to put him in because he just.
Aaron Rodgers. So the Bears are y'all Cowboys, pretty much.
Aaron Rodgers. And listen, my guy. Nah, this is who people are gonna be like, what the fuck? Russell.
Wilson?
Yeah.
Top 5?
Take my mic off.
No. Wait, hold on. Listen. Let's go through.
Like, as far as him playing football or him choosing wives?
Damn,
He top 5. He top 5 choosing wives.
Wait, hold on. Let's go for it.
Russell would be in my top 12.
Listen. His first 4 years, both of y'all, at the end of this, go look up his first 4 years compared to anyone in the league.
He didn't hand the ball off to Marshawn.
Wait a second.
Automatically pushes him.
I mean, I feel like he should have audible.
Yeah.
I do feel like he should have audible. I get it.
Omaha.
Damn, y'all gonna make me. Russell, I gotta like renege.
All right, so you got Tom,
I gotta
Joe,
renege.
in your 5.
I don't
Russell.
got nobody that look like us then. Cause the other person, if I'm being honest, like, for me is Jim Kelly.
Yeah.
Jim was dope.
Jim Kelly was a fucking problem.
Yeah, he was a beast.
He was a problem.
Who you got in your 5 while he deliberated?
I give you my
Montana.
5, yeah.
Steve Young. Peyton Manning.
Why is Steve Young everybody?
You know what I like about Steve Young, bro? Steve Young was the first, in my opinion, the first quarterback to really scramble and throw, but he was equally talented as both, and he didn't rely on his athleticism. And Steve could take a hit, bro, and he could run you over. Steve could run you over and still throw the ball 50 yards. Steve Young was a problem, bro. Like a problem. Some of them balls he got to Jerry Rice and the T.O. should have been gotten.
How far outside of your top 5 is Pat Mahomes?
Pat Mahomes outside of my top 5, he's pretty far out there.
Really?
Yeah. He's pretty far out there.
Even with all he's done?
Yeah, because in my top 5, since I got Joe, I got Tom Brady, I got Steve Young, I got Warren Moon, and who else I say? Dan Marino. Then you gotta go Peyton Manning. Real talk, you gotta go Aaron Rodgers. Honestly, I'd take Mike Vick over Pat Mahomes. Mike Vick's only problem was his career got cut short, bro. That's it. If he hadn't gotten a problem with the dog situation, luckily my boy Andy Reid gave him a second chance. I take Mike Vick over him. I take.
The only thing with Mike Vick was he couldn't stay healthy.
But also at the same time though too, like.
And I love Mike.
Those couple
the most
years,
exciting player.
Those
ever.
couple years, our offensive line was weak.
The most exciting player.
And Mike had been out of football for so long, bro. You know what I mean? Him out of football. I'd take John Elway over Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
I'd take
John Elway over Pat.
I'd take John Elway over Pat Mahomes, bro. In a heartbeat.
Yeah. Because you look.
John Elway didn't do shit until he got.
But also look at Pat Mahomes' team, bro.
What's the running back?
Pat Mahomes' team
Wait,
is
what's the running back?
And the
Davis dude.
Terrell Davis.
Way less.
But also look at the team though. Pat Mahomes' team is stacked, bro.
How?
Tyreek.
The receivers, the offensive line, the tight end.
And I ask you a question. Do you think Tyreek is going to the Hall of Fame?
Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
Not now that he's not in now
Wait,
he's in.
is he going to the Hall of Fame?
I have to see what he does this season.
Do you think Kelsey's going to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, Kelsey's going to Hall of Fame.
Okay, Kelsey's going to the Hall of Fame.
Okay, I get
Okay, no. Who else?
But you gotta think.
No.
It's
You
not
just
the
said
team was stacked.
defensively, nobody's going to the Hall of Fame.
No.
on that side of the ball.
No. I said that the team was stacked. Meaning, think about how many solid players that are great at
Do
playing
you know
their
how
role.
many Hall of Famers John Elway has on his team?
I mean,
Shannon Sharp,
yep.
Davis,
Terrell Davis.
himself. What's the safeties?
But I'm talking about.
No.
Look at the people I'm talking about the offensive line protecting them. Like these offensive line protecting them are what I call Steven Adams, bro. They're not the best all around, but they're good at what they do. Steven Adams, bro.
Are we talking about the Australian
basketball? Solid. He's solid, bro.
We're
He
gonna get
rebounds.
killed.
He
Everybody's gonna
defends,
hate
bro.
us.
I'll take Steven Adams all day.
Over who?
Dude,
Just
listen,
you want him on your
You
team.
want him on your squad, bro. Like he's that guy. He's a dog, bro.
That's why
he plays his position.
Because of what you just said. That's why everybody gonna be mad. I don't care if y'all don't like me. I don't care if it's the end. The NBA right now is super subpar.
It is, but here's the thing about Steven Adams, though. Steven Adams is
subpar.
Every sport and every team needs players to play their position. I don't need my offensive guard to be able to run the football. I need him to protect my quarterback. And these are guys, if you look at the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line, bro, these are guys that have dedicated their craft to protecting their quarterback. Yeah. Same thing with Steven Adams. Steven Adams has mastered the craft of boxing out, diverting shots, and rebounding. That's all I need Steven Adams to do. I don't need him to do anything else. Top 5 basketball players, I need to know.
Oh, right, of all time?
All time.
Woo!
He's about to say.
First of all, Jeffrey, Michael, Jordan, without question.
Number 1.
Kobe.
Number 2, good. Yep, same as me.
Michael, Jeffrey, Jordan, Kobe. I just feel like
It's getting dicey now.
Yeah.
Nah, Magic.
You take Magic?
I'm taking Magic over everybody.
Yeah, beast.
Killer instinct.
Yes.
IQ.
Change the game.
Yes.
6'9", real point guard. Like,
And people forget how he carried that team.
people forget the fact that, listen, as a sophomore at Michigan State, he led him to a national title.
Yep.
Then he comes to the NBA in his rookie year.
Rookie year, bro.
And leads them to a championship, not to the final. And then in the game to close it out, when Kareem's hurt, 40, like 15,
he gave Dr.
10,
J and them that work.
like
He won a ring his first rookie season,
And
bro.
then no one had done back-to-back in a long time. When the Lakers did back-to-back with him playing, we got to be for real. If Magic doesn't get the diagnosis, minimal 2 more rings.
Oh, for sure.
Minimal 2 more rings. Minimal 2 more rings.
He changed the game, bro.
So Magic, Mike, Kobe. I don't know why he does not get the respect. But Kareem, how can you have the all-time leading scorer?
Kareem's a problem.
How can you have 3 of his 4 years in college, he wins a national title?
Yeah, he's a problem.
He's won the most MVPs. He's won the most finals MVPs. What are we talking about?
Yeah, he's a problem.
So he's my 4. And then I would be hating if I didn't let LeBron in.
So, yeah, I go Jordan, Kobe, Kareem, Magic. And people might say I'm crazy, but LeBron's not in my top 5.
Okay.
He's in my top 10.
You wouldn't sound crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
I would go, real talk.
Please don't say, please. Go ahead.
Charles Barkley.
Larry Bird, man.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
That's not a bad thing to say.
Larry Bird, bro.
Bird.
And
That's not a bad thing to say.
then after Bird, things keep trickling. Man, there's 1 or 2 players still that I would put
Over LeBron.
over LeBron.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who are they? If you don't mind me asking.
This one might be dicey, but I like him. He's a killer. I don't think he get respect because he light skinned. Steph Curry, bro. Steph Curry's a problem, bro.
Can y'all take?
No, I'm serious. Think about it. It's just because he light skinned, bro. Listen, if Steph Curry was dark,
Stoney
bro.
Jackson light skinned.
If Steph Curry was dark,
I'll be sure.
you can't tell.
Stoney
Think about it this way.
Jackson.
Steph is the first guard ever with that handle and that shot. If people ask me in their prime, would I build a team around LeBron first or Steph? I'd take Steph. You wanna know why? Here's why I take Steph. Tell me another person with handle and a jump shot like that you're gonna find. I can get a big man. I can get somebody to do. I don't need a point guard in LeBron because Steph Curry is. And then,
I will say,
see what I'm saying?
Listen, Wardell is
Steph
dope.
Curry is probably the only player in the NBA who, if he wanted to, could average 50 points.
He could. Ain't nobody stopping
Wardell?
him.
Yes.
Yes.
Y'all like Wardell?
No, I'm just saying. And I'm
Looking
not
at the stats, bro. Here's my thing.
just because of how he can stretch.
He can stretch the floor. And
Listen.
he is a dog, bro.
Charles Barkley said it the other day.
He just light skinned.
And I'm gonna say it. The physicality of the 80s and 90s, he would have been a 7th man at best.
No, you wanna know why?
He's not-
Because his game
One, he would
extends.
never got. Listen, Isaiah would have trashed him.
No, sir.
Isaiah would have
He'd have chopped
trashed him.
Isaiah up.
Man,
He'd have chopped
listen.
Isaiah up, bro.
The boy
Listen,
from
I love
Chicago,
Isaiah. Don't get me wrong. I love Isaiah
would have
Thomas.
trashed him. Dumars would have trashed
No, he'd have had them on skates.
Dumars would have locked him up. We're talking about Dumars who was locking up Michael.
in the 90s.
Can't lock up
Steph would have
Steph.
still.
In the 90s.
But you also got to think,
and
nobody
80s,
was guarding out that far.
Steph would have still
Got 20 a game.
averaged 20.
He still got 20 a game. He still got. You wanna know why? Yeah, think about it. Their conditioning, they wasn't used to playing 90 feet, bro.
John Stockton averaged 20-something points.
When? Never.
Man, Stockton would get chopped up now. They too athletic.
I'm just saying, like, that's...
But I mean, looking at the game, don't get me wrong. Isaiah's
The
a
game
problem.
right now is geared. I think like.
But Steph, I don't think Steph would be going to the lane like he is now. But crossing, jump shot, step back.
I have a problem with the padded statistics.
Yeah.
Because nobody plays defense. When I hear like defensive player of the year, it's almost like a joke to me. I'm like, what are you talking about?
There's
like
4 guys I can name that play D. Yeah. There's 4.
Okay. Maybe.
I'd say. Well,
But
he
what I'm
retired, but I'd
saying
say
is,
Tony
like,
Allen,
what
Klay
I'm saying
Thompson
is
plays
the
D.
game is like run and shoot right now.
Mm-hmm.
It looks more like a Rucker game. I'm talking about I need fundamentals. Like I was watching yesterday. It was a high school. It was like some high school tournament on, and like everybody was just hoisting threes.
But you gotta have.
Nobody's
both.
making the easy play,
Yeah.
bro.
You gotta have
Nobody's
both.
making the easy play.
That's why people, if you look at Steph Curry's game, people forget. See, when people see Steph, like these high schoolers watching Steph, all they see is the jump shots. They don't see Steph. If you watch Steph setting backdoor screens, you don't see Steph. Like, Steph is fundamentally sound, bro.
You think Steph could have fucked with Kevin Johnson?
Let me tell you, he'd have chopped Kevin Johnson up.
Oh my God, Jesus!
I love KJ.
KJ was over.
I love KJ. But Steph's handle, bro, Steph's handle is next level. And the fact that his jump shot is so quick.
Handle compared to who? Because Kyrie is the best ball handler in our league.
But
Hands down.
But Steph,
And the most talented.
he not jump shooter.
Who?
Steph Curry kills him with a jump shot.
Steph Curry, are you telling me because a person shoots 700 threes a game, he should hit 280.
But here's the
so if
thing,
he does that over a course of 10 years, yes.
But
he
his
does
percentage. But look at
like,
Steph's percentage, bro. Steph's percentage is really, really good.
Listen,
like really. Don't get me wrong. No, I love Isaiah Thomas. I love him. He's one of my favorite players ever. He's a dog, bro.
Isaiah.
I love Joe Dumars. A dog. But I think I think Steph could have played. Then everything that Steph does now, when he goes to the lane, he wouldn't have done that. They'd have put him on his back, especially them Davis boys, Antonio Davis and Dell Davis. They put him on his back. But how he plays outside, since he stretched the game. Most of those guys were what?
The game's looking like European basketball. We're looking like FIBA right now.
Free throw in. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think
like where's the dominant big man?
The one thing that kills about LeBron and sometimes Westbrook is my favorite player since Kobe. He's my favorite player.
His energy's crazy.
I just don't understand how him and LeBron, their jump shot isn't more consistent, bro. Can you imagine the damage LeBron could do if his jump shot was a little bit more consistent?
That's why nobody.
And does LeBron shoot better than me? Of course he shoots better than me. But I'm just talking about, bro.
Especially from the free throw line.
Bro, bro.
That's why Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
When Jordan came back with the Wizards, he was still giving me 19 a game.
Crazy.
And there's just so many players like that do their job. They do their role. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I look at them, thoughts. Y'all think Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame? I do.
Yep.
I love this guy right here.
You wanna know why? This is my thing, bro. Everybody talking about, well, he juicing. Okay, before the juice, he was killing the MLB. And he only started juicing because Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire started juicing. And then he got on the juice.
But can we say
and
this?
he still killed it.
I
think Barry Bonds is the greatest baseball player.
I don't think it's fair to say he was juicing because he never got. We don't know.
Exactly.
Everybody else
should be in. Pete Rose should be in.
Pete Rose should definitely.
To me, Barry Bonds. People think I'm crazy. Is that there's no. People talk about Babe Ruth. No, Babe Ruth. No, Barry Bonds will smother Babe Ruth, bro. Not even close, bro. Even before the alleged juicing, he was crushing, bro. And people say, you say whatever you want. Only thing steroids help with is recovery time. You still got to time the ball and hit it.
Yeah, bat speed.
You know what I mean? You still got to have bat speed. The only thing steroids do is speed up your recovery time to where a joker might be tired from the day before. You might have your energy. But you still got to hit the ball, doc.
Yeah.
And
for it to be never, found whether he did.
Yeah, you never found guilty. Barry Bonds, in my opinion, greatest baseball player.
One a couple notes before you get out of here. This year, Grammy nominated Best New Artist. Mm-hmm. I was actually at the awards.
Oh heck yeah! They gave me a good seat too.
They gave you a great seat.
The outfit was crazy.
They gave
my cousin looked like hamburger.
They gave you a great seat. You were country music artist. Correct me. The year.
New Artist of the Year.
New Artist of the Year. Okay.
And Academy of Country Music New Artist.
You've hosted.
Yeah, at ACMs.
Couple number ones.
Yeah.
Right? At this point, creatively, outside of music, what does Jimmie Allen want to do? Is it is there some life rights you want to buy? You want to turn something into a film? Are you investing in other artists and their so-called artist proposition to help them come out? What are we doing?
This duo I signed, Neon Union.
Okay.
She got the new record deal. They're made up of Andrew and Leo. Andrew's is a white guy from Carolina, a great songwriter. Then Leo I met through Pitbull. He was Pitbull's bass player for the last 8 years. This black guy. They dope. They just got signed.
Where they at?
They're in Nashville now, but they went on tour with me. They just got signed to Red Street. Jay DeMarcus from Rascal Flatts started a label and signed.
Okay.
Music. They got a song out right now called Beer Up. You got Camille Parker. She's just black country artist. Fire.
Signed to you.
Yeah.
Signed to you as well.
And then you got this guy I'm working with, Chuck Adams. He's a beast. This black guy. He's like a mix between Eric Church and Lenny Kravitz.
You building an empire.
So are you production, or you have a label, or
production? I'm trying to get my own imprint. I'm trying to find a label to give me an imprint, man. And hopefully someone that has an avenue to where they have the country side, but also the pop, hip hop side, to where wherever we feel. And I'm putting together this gospel group right now. Working on
need to go talk to Peter Edge or somebody, right?
Yeah.
Sylvia, what's happening?
We're pitching
Peter Edge.
pitching a sitcom right now.
Okay.
With me and this other actor, pitching this like docu-series that kind of just follows me and kind of everything I'm doing.
Can we come get on the bus, me and Chief?
Yeah, come on, man.
Don't fuck with us. We will come get on the
I'm
bus.
serious, bro.
I'll take a bunk for I don't do a bunk for a week.
I don't cap.
I'll do a bunk for a week. I'm dead ass serious.
Man, so,
I actually like being on the road.
What else? Working on a shoe.
Okay. Shoe. What?
Yeah, working on a shoe. Been talking with Under Armour about a shoe.
Okay.
We should talk to them.
Brand.
Take them to the homie, and they should talk about their shoe.
Yeah, man. We got. There's a couple other docu-series on other artists that I'm pitching forward. We got there's this new game show that we're pitching to some networks, and a couple networks have reached out about me hosting the show. Yeah, man. So I'm trying to
In between the world tour.
Yeah, man. Yeah, trying to everything I said I wanted to do. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to get on Broadway. I'm trying to go play Hamilton on Broadway for about a month.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to play Aaron Burr though on the show Hamilton because my boy Leslie Odom Jr. did it. Wayne Brady did it in Chicago. Yeah, because I did musical theater through high school and college. Like
You and Leslie are friends.
Yeah, I know Leslie.
Wow.
Me and Wayne Brady are really close.
That's cool.
We got because like in high school, college.
I think me,
we did
you,
all that
Wayne
stuff.
Brady, and Chief should do like a film, like some new Rat Pack shit.
Dude, I'm down. Yeah, Wayne, cool, bro.
Don't play.
I'm gonna see if he answers. I'm about to FaceTime him right now.
Call Wayne. I'm gonna call my aunt.
I'm gonna see if he answers.
See if she down for the fish fry.
And then tours now until what, end of the year?
Forever. So we're finishing up our down home tour, and we're going tour with Carrie Underwood starting October through I think March, April next year on her Denim and Rhinestones tour. Shout out to Carrie Underwood for letting me
That's huge.
hop on that. Like people ask me all the time who my two influences are. Biggest like that outside of country music, Wayne Brady and Jamie Foxx. Because of music, comedy, and television. Because I'm trying to get back into that. Because I did stand up comedy in college, bro. It was fun. Yeah, man.
T.I. doing stand up.
Yeah. And I do it at my shows now. Like, there's a span of doing my show for like 5 to 10 minutes. I just tell jokes.
Just tell jokes.
Yeah. Whatever pop in my head.
Coming to the show, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So just trying to, build, expand, inspire.
Listen, man, we super appreciate the fact. So the backstory for y'all that don't know, we actually filmed Jimmie a couple of months ago in Nashville at Nissan Stadium.
Yeah.
Had a little technical difficulties. And I called Jimmie, and this is when you know someone's solid. I didn't even really have to go into, he didn't make me like go into this thing of like begging him to come rock out. I was like, look, this is what happened. Okay, yeah, well, I'm there. You told me he was gonna be here on the 29th.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's make it make sense.
That's easy.
You know what I mean? And that's appreciated. Like that's what we call advocacy.
Yeah.
Like this is real advocacy.
Yeah.
And we have to, that's the only way that we take our place in the paradigm is to advocate for each other.
Facts.
So let's continue to do that. Thank you so much.
Heck
Congratulations on everything.
Too,
Young
bro.
legend, Jimmie Allen.
Jimmie Allen
Hey, we out
on a
here.
sweet life.
Hey.